It's time to go to T4. That's right, it's time to go to worldstone T4. Time to run the level 70 plus Capstone dungeon, and it's time for new items. So new items are going to be available, new ancestral items, which are much better than sacred items, new uniques as well, which is awesome. And then enemies are more fearsome. Monsters give 200% increased experience, which is really nice. That should help us gain some more levels, as experience has slowed down a lot. Monsters also drop 15% more gold, and they have 40% more resistance. Let's dive into it. So this was kind of a spur of the moment here with a friend of mine who I met in-game. He's like, hey, do you want to try to run this? And I wasn't planning on trying to run it until I was a little bit higher, maybe closer to 70. The monsters are 70 to 73. So that's why there's no camera for this one. But you'll still get the common cozy commentary. So I met this guy in the game, and we became friends. And he reached out. He's like, hey, how's it going? How you enjoying T3? I said it's going good, you know, levels are coming along nice. And he goes, hey, have you tried worldstone T4 yet, the Capstone, which is level 73 plus. I believe it says level 70 plus. You can do it earlier, of course, if you can handle it. And I said, yeah, I tried it a couple times, cleared it myself, got to the boss, and then I kept wiping. Let's go ahead and pop an elixir there. We got to get something for experience, something to help us survive. And I said, how about you? You tried it yet? And he says, yeah, I tried it a couple of times. Same thing. Can't clear the boss. Do you want to try it again, since we both got a few levels since? And I said, why not? So this was a kind of a spur of the moment. Wow, evaded that hook there. This was kind of a spur of the moment type of thing where we just decided to jump in, and I hit record. So here we are. The idea is to investigate the chapel right now. There are several parts to this. The first part is investigate the chapel till the next quest pops up. So essentially they're having us kill a bunch of mobs, get a bunch of experience. You can see they are level 70. I am currently 66. He is 65. We are a couple of bears. We are bearing it up over here. He's running a slightly different build with lightning, which I think is kind of cool. He's got some kind of a lightning AoE, which I have not tried yet. So this is the first part here. Survive the trial of the week to become strong, essentially, right? So this isn't too bad. You'll see in this video, I'm laughing because there's a couple of clutch moments in this video, especially towards the end during the boss fight. Bosses is very, very rough. I tried it at 59. That was tough. Boss is 73. I tried it at 59. Got all the way to him. Kept getting one shot. Tried it at 62. Kept getting almost one shot. Barely surviving. And since I've tweaked some stuff, got some better items. Got some more armor as well. Upgraded some items. So here we are. So these big guys there, the Shivering Crushers, hit really, really hard. And then in the second phase of this dungeon, there are crushers. I don't remember the exact name. They look very similar, but they actually throw like a potion that blows up on the ground, and it hits me for 90% of my life, which is very, very tough. So investigate the curse halls. We have to continue. So this portion actually opens up. It opens up one at a time, and I'm just like, hey, look over there. And he did the same thing. He's like, look, yeah, I see it. So there it is on the map, but it's locked. We can't get to it. So we got to go all the way around. Of course, got a sacred hammer there. I think at this point we were chatting. At this point, I might actually put something over the chat bar just so not to distract from the gameplay. But at this point, we're both like, hey, let's just push T4. We want to get to the ancestral items because they are so much better than sacred. And I wasn't really in the mood to pick up any of the yellows here because I'm only looking for 700 item level plus. So here we are. We're starting to get to it. It looks fairly easy. They do hit very, very hard. Have to cycle cooldowns appropriately. You could see he almost died there. His life went really, really low. They do hit very hard. I will, at the end of this video, I will show you the changes that I made to be able to survive this. If you are struggling, hopefully that helps. And if you're not there yet, just hang out, enjoy the content. It looks very easy. It's not. So, slow and steady, moving on. Those guys, of course, blow up. You got to either kill them or get out of the red circle. Not too bad. I have a lot of life at this point. I have 3,000 HP. Fortification gives us another 3,000. Plus the blue bubble that you see there. That is a barrier. That also gives us a bunch. I forget the exact number, but that also gives us a bunch. So we're definitely way over 6K at this point. And not too bad. We are climbing. Last time I tried it, I was under 5, and I was getting one shot. So it seems to me like for damage mitigation, at least for me right now in my current experience, I'm trying to get to that. Apparently we have to keep going around. But at least for me, it seems like 6K is the sweet spot. So continuing on, hopefully this voiceover is coming out well. I'm going to continue on. These guys are A-okay. I'm looking for the big guys. So the overseers do hit hard, but they're not very difficult to dodge as long as you dodge their AoE skills and their active slam on the ground. They do kind of a, oof, that gets a little tricky. You can see with 3 of them hitting the ground really hard, I almost bit the dirt. Popped a few potions, trying to wait for my cooldowns, trying to get in there, trying to wait for the trample. That does help as well. And if we can trample them into a wall, that does stun them. So that helps a lot, right, to cut down on some of the incoming damage. And I'm trying to stay fortified as much as I can, but sometimes it gets hairy. So you got to play it smart. You got to come out, go back in, come out a little bit more. We are under leveled, right? They are 70. He's 65. I'm 66. We're not using ancestral items because this is the first time through the game, right? So a lot of stuff is... oh, yeah, and by the way, every 5 seconds we get a curse and we take more damage. So there it is right there. We take more damage every 5 seconds. I wanted to show you that. And the way to take the stacks off is to kill enemies. So the faster we kill enemies, the more stacks we take off. And then, of course, if we get stuck on a couple of elites, those stacks just start to stack. No pun intended there, but they actually add up really, really fast. And I believe it goes all the way to either 20 or 50, and you take like 50% more damage, which is insane because we're already struggling. But we're having a lot of fun. It's going by really, really good. Really enjoying this. We were both kind of chugging along, plugging away here, going through very, very quickly. There's a shaman resin stuff in the back, but we're trying to get the idol down before we get overwhelmed here. Destroy the idol, and then, of course, we're just getting swamped. So I'm like, maybe, should I go kill it? I'm not sure. So a little bit of this, a little bit of that. This is the first portion, right? We go through this. We destroy the idol. This is the second portion, actually, I think. It's broken down into several different portions, which is kind of cool. We get this cleared up. So yeah, just one overseer left. We get to pick up the tablet, go place it where it's supposed to go, and then we're moving on to the more difficult part. And then we actually get one more curse, one more debuff. So it gets, not only do the monsters get stronger, but the curses start to stack as well. Let me go ahead and grab that stone. He's going to grab the other stone. And I'm looking for which way to go. Let's go back and place it. Return the stone of carving to the pedestal. So we need one there. That's going to, of course, open up the door on the bottom, which was locked. Right, there was a gate that was sealed off. There was a barrier there. And you could see the stacks starting to go up to 8, 9, 10. And we picked up one more curse down there. And I'm like, let's go. I was doing the circle thing. Like, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. And that is the non-verbal hurry up, right? That is kind of the universal hurry up when you're waiting for something. So the curses are stacking on the bottom right of my buffs. I do have some debuffs, so I have to keep an eye on that, trying to kill enemies as fast as we can. The oppressors aren't too bad. The crushers hit extremely hard. The crushers are those guys throwing out the big hooks. They hit extremely hard. And then, of course, there are... Ooh, man, that got close. I got frozen. Almost bit the dust there. Let's go ahead and back out of the way. Pop a couple of potions since there are plenty on the ground. These guys right there, the Frostburn, those are one of the guys I believe we need. If not, we need to collect the Animus, right? If that's not him, there are guys that are very, very similar looking. He looked like he was just a regular elite, but they are guys. The guys that drop the Animus are very, very difficult. A lot of them have Vampiric, a lot of them have Shadow, which means they summon clones of themselves. And most of the time they pop up on the map as skulls. We'll try to keep an eye on it for this one, but they do summon clones of themselves that hurt. And those are the guys that actually one-shot, almost one-shot. They throw like a bottle that explodes on the ground. It makes a Molotov cocktail sound, something that just shatters on the ground. Lots of AoE, frontal cone AoE. So if you don't dodge it, it hurts very bad. So that is what we're looking for right now. This video is going to be a little bit longer, so sit back and relax, hang out. I will cut some of it if I have to, but right now, here we go. We are finding some more mobs. we're still looking for the animus to collect. Right now, there are none, but the experience is pretty good. Lots of monsters coming in. As long as we don't stand in poison, as long as we don't do anything stupid, dodge most of the attacks, we should be okay. Couple of bears, AoE and stuff around. We are fairly tanky. We're early, but we're tanky. So we figured, hey, why not? Let's go and try to do this. So the elites are tough. Of course, they have increased HP, so they are tough. They do take a little bit of time, but not too bad. That's what friends are for, right? Grab a friend, grab a party member. I'm always up. If I'm in game, I'm always up for something to do. Fast forwarding just a hair, we start to see a skull on the minimap in the top right. That is one of the guys that we need. They dropped the animus. My buddy ran right into it, and I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's, there we go. So you can see I got hit with one of the potions. He is very, very tough. They hit very hard. He also has a fire trap underneath him. He's also terrifying, which means he fears. So he's fire enchanted, he fears, and then just stuff everywhere. And right now he's not focused on me, so my life is staying all the way up. My buddy's running around trying to dodge him. I'm also looking at the cursed stacks on myself. We're not too high yet, but when we do get down to one mob, they do start to stack, and this is just complete chaos, which was cool. It was a lot of fun trying to figure out how to do them. We got a nice crit there, overpower crit, 46k. I've seen much higher, but that was not bad. So trying to kill him. He is one of 4, I believe, that we need. 4 or 5, I believe it's 4. As soon as we kill him, one guy with 2 bears, not too bad. We got some animus there. Got a little bit. We might need 5. We'll have to see how it goes. Moving on to the next one. Now, of course, there's a ton of mobs, a ton of trash we have to clear before we get there, which is all good. We are going to get a lot of experience out of this. I did pop a potion. I don't remember if it was a resistance potion or whatever. Something for a little extra experience. And then, of course, we're in a group, so we're getting some experience there. And we are 5 levels under. I'm 4 levels under. He's 5 levels under. So we are taking advantage of the 20% experience boost. If monsters are 3 levels or higher, you do get 20% experience, extra experience. And I believe it caps out there no matter how much higher the monsters are. So we're a little bit under leveled, but we're doing pretty good. It's coming all good. Right now, here is the other guy. I'm trying to look at his name. There's a champion crusher. We dispose of him really easy. And then the Gilak, the death trap, there he is, animus carrier, it says right up top. So he's the guy that we need. He hits very hard. He's also poison enhanced, and I believe he's a waller as well. This guy's actually going down really, really quick. There is a point of the video where we picked up 2 of them at the same time, and they were both I was going to say bloodthirsty. They were both vampiric, which means that they gain life back. Since they hit hard, they heal up. And they were both shadow enhanced, which means they summon clones. So we were essentially fighting multiples, not only 2, but we were fighting them plus their clones, plus the AoE. So it was definitely a lot hairier. All right, where to? Now, the next portion we have to get to is up top. This is unexplored. And right here is where all the fun begins. So this was really, really cool. The tainted succubus are not too hard. They have a lot of life, so sometimes it takes a little bit to get through. There goes the second one. Second one's about to go down, and then it's time to collect some more animus. We have about a third of the way. Not too bad. We're moving right along. And here we go. We found some friends to play with. There are a ton of mobs. Here comes one of the animus carriers as well. And then pretty soon we're going to pick up another one. So this was trying to stay alive. He's just like trying to tank him, stampede, and then go back out just so you don't get body blocked in the center. So we're just trying to take turns. And I think he actually pulled a second one. I was hoping not to. He did pull a second one accidentally. And it gets really, really hairy. You can see how hard they hit. If you watch, keep an eye on our HP bars in the middle left section there. They hit really hard, so you don't want to just stand there and get hit because it's nuts. Between the AoE, there goes the AoE, so he died. If you look at that, 2 back-to-back, I almost died. And keep an eye on my potions. I'm at 7 out of 12 right now. There's the Shadow clone doing the same skills, right? They mimic the skills that the guys have. And you can see my life. I'm just struggling to stay awake, trying to cycle cooldowns as best I can so I don't get one shot. Trying to run around, dodge their attacks. There they go. When they glow red, they actually vampiric. They gain health back when they hit, so it's tough. On top of them hitting really hard, they gain lots of health back. My buddy dies again. So this thing was just getting one shot. It's not enough. I got really close. As I mentioned, when I had 5k HP, I was getting one shot. Right now, I'm a little over 6, so that is the only thing that's helping me survive. But you can see I'm down to 2 potions, picking up a third one. I'm just trying to last until he gets here, so maybe we can bully one. We can focus. Maybe we can focus on one. Here come the exploders. They explode, and it's just a bad to worse case scenario. Those guys, the elites, are back to full health again because they are vampiric. Can't say enough, man. This was stressful. It was a ton of fun, but it was stressful trying to just survive till he gets here. Absolute blast. Had an absolute blast. And I will show you at the end of this video what this skill is that's actually helping me. There's an ultimate that I picked up with 30% more HP when I'm in bear form. So that, I believe, is helping me survive. Otherwise, I would have been dead a long time ago. And right now, we're just trying. This guy is very close. All we need is one more overpower. I got knocked back, frozen, took a ton of damage. All we need to do is just kill that last guy. He's kiting him around, which is very smart, while I'm pounding on him. One guy finally down. Time for the second one. And we actually have enough animus to deposit to go for the boss. Let's finish this guy off, and then we'll be there. So this was challenging. This was very challenging. Hello, yeah, hello. Greetings. That was interesting. After a brief visit to town to repair, get some more health potions, we're joining the fight, or at least we're trying to. Fight in progress. Please wait. So the boss got overzealous, and all right, here we go. So this guy is very tough. Let me know your experience. If you have, look, let me know your experience. He's level 70. I thought he was 73. But if you have done this, let me know your experience. Let me know in the comments below if you had died and how it went for you, or if you got a friend to help out. Really curious to know. So dodging that blast wave there, that wasn't too bad. This is what used to kill me right there, is all those blood blisters, and then if that wasn't enough, all the enemies combining. There's a lot of stuff going on. Watch my life. I am like super close to almost getting one shot. And like I mentioned before, I'm glad I made that change. The couple of different changes to my gear helped. One of the changes I made was getting the increased armor. So 0.5% armor, I believe that's the aspect I have. Found a really good one. That is the max roll that I can get at this level. So the increased armor helps. The extra reduction from basic attacks helps as well. And then the increased HP helps as well. So all of that stacked together is helping me survive. Otherwise, I'd have to wait a few more levels. But this gets a little bit hairy. There's pools everywhere. There's fire everywhere. There's just complete chaos. The way that the worldstone capstone is supposed to be. The way that the capstone is supposed to be. So lots of chaos. Lots of things going on. Rotating and cycling cooldowns is very important. Of course, I am saving my potions for when I absolutely need them, and I'm saving my barrier for when I absolutely need them. So right now, we are about to stagger the boss. If you look up top, there's a progress bar, and there it goes. As soon as it turns blue, he is staggered, and I didn't realize that till a little bit after. I went after the potion. So when he is staggered, they do take extra damage. So we're trying to get as much damage as we can, but we're doing pretty good. He's under halfway. He is about to go nuts. Yeah. I thought we had a good handle on it, and then things went sideways. So we have one more potion available, one more triangle up top at his life. If you are not aware, look at all the fire damage. This is just impossible to dodge. You just have to eat it all. Try your best to dodge, and the rest of you just have to tank. So you have to have enough survivability to tank it. Very tough. But if you did not know, the red triangles up top is on his health. That's when he drops potions. So as soon as you get him there, he'll drop extreme potions. And then the triangles actually flip around, meaning they are used up. And look at, I almost got one shot again. Let's pop a couple of potions, do a little bit of trample. We got him staggered, which is nice. I'm going to save this barrier for when he comes out of stagger, because he does AoE. And as soon as he comes out, we're going to pop the barrier. to make sure we can tank whatever he dishes out. So far, so good. Right now, it's just getting really, really overwhelming. There's so much going on. I don't want to be in the middle because we're just going to get body blocked. We're going to get one shot when things are off cooldown. If things are on cooldown, lots of fire damage, just absolute mayhem. But it is really, really close, and you can see I'm struggling to stay alive. I am vulnerable. I do take vulnerability damage from the guys that come out. Let's pop a barrier before we die. Things just explode. Very, very close. He actually dies right here, and this is very clutch. And I'm like, hey, let's get you revived. And we've successfully completed the dungeon. Got a couple of drops. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, changes made on this character to be able to survive this dungeon. I almost forgot. One of the things that really helped, I experimented with this. Imprinted basic skills grant 20% damage reduction for 5 seconds. This actually rolled pretty good. I also put a couple of extra life gems. I believe those are the red rubies. Starting with the helm, the barrier actually helped a lot. This one actually high rolled for me, 3,600 damage absorption, which is really, really nice. I just put that on the helm. You don't have to put it on the helm. You can put it anywhere else. If you are struggling, you can put it on a necklace. I actually imprinted some extra damage on the necklace because I wanted some extra damage. I was struggling in that department for a while, and then I just haven't changed it. The next one that's really helped out is basic skills grant 20% damage reduction for 5 seconds. And since we are rotating between Storm Strike and Pulverize, we are Storm Striking a lot. It's helping us to, it's shifting us in and out, and it's giving us resource. So that helps out a lot as well. And then the next item that's really, really helping me right now is we gain 0.5% armor, increased armor for 4 seconds when we deal any damage, stacking up to 50%. This one rolled absolute max, and that's exactly why I'm using it. So the extra armor between those 3 items, between the extra armor, the damage reduction from basic skills, and then of course the extra barrier helps. And then if we go ahead and look at our skills, let me show you the skills that I'm using for survivability. Since this is my first time through, I'm actually using Ursine Strength. We gain 20% additional maximum life when we are in werebear form for 3 seconds after leaving werebear form. And since we are always rotating in and out, we do gain that bonus. Right now, I'm sitting at 3,300 HP, plus when we fortify, that gives us more, plus when we are in bear form, that gives us a lot. So this was really, really fun. I thank him. I said, hey, good hanging out. This was a blast. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like and the subscribe. Also, leave me a nice comment. Let me know how your experience was, or if you haven't made it here yet, write that down below. And for more BearCozy videos, check out the top right.